Okay, great. We'll move on to our next question. I think, Tico, do we still have time for questions here?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Our next question is, how do you apply what you learned from the positive comments you receive to help you better address negative comments? And Bob, would you like to start with that one?
Certainly. Well, the positive comments help us understand what we do well, so we can maintain that performance. The negative comments help us, obviously, to understand where we need to get better. And it's a continuous process of improvement. We share this information not only for those customer-facing groups, but for non-customer-facing groups to help them understand the impact that they have on the customer. As an example, often our customers comment on the high quality of our products and the reliability of our products, and that's communicated to our production or operations people via monthly newsletter and actual team meetings with them. And we want to ensure that they know, and because they are very proud of the hard work that they do, we want them to know that what they're doing is impacting things, and that the results of the surveys that we take is tied into our corporate scorecard, which then ties into incentives that each of us gets as a result of that. So reinforcing the fact that the things that they do day in, day out are affecting and impacting the customer, and trying to reinforce a line of sight from what they do to the customer, which is difficult at times, especially for the non-customer-facing employees. So it's also, we use the positive comments also to reinforce and as coaching tools for continuous improvements of the customer-facing individuals.
Okay, and Cindy and Jeannie, did you have any comments you'd like to add to that one?
Sure, real quick, this is Cindy. I just want to say one thing that we do utilize, actually a service that you guys provide, is promoter alerts. And I have to tell you that it really has caught on with our business. And basically what that is it's an automated email that will get sent out to someone when a positive comment has been made. So when it's a promoter and it's a great comment. And you know, the business certainly likes to receive those, you know, so they're not always getting the negative. So I'd have to say, you know, I think it's a great best practice, and we utilize that a lot. So we appreciate that.
Thanks for those great answers. We have a question from the audience that I think is relevant right now. So rather than wait until the end, I just wanted to ask a quick question on behalf of Carol Schwalm. And it was, the question was, do you send the NPS at the end of a transactional survey or as a standalone?
For GE Healthcare, for our what we call our SPS surveys, so that's our service promoter score, so that's our transactional based on a service event. It is sent at the close of a dispatch. So if a hospital calls us and you know they have a machine down and a field engineer has to go out and attend to it, replace parts, whatever the case may be, to get it up and running. Once that machine is back up and running, then on our internal systems here, that dispatch gets closed, and that triggers our transactional survey. Our relationship survey is certainly more random in nature, just pulled from a pool of available contacts that sit at Service 800. And you know, we survey them once a year, no more than once a year stateside. Excuse me, but that's certainly much more random in nature, so it's not triggered by any type of event.
Bob, did you have anything to add to that?
Our transactional surveys are done monthly, as are relationship surveys, and we on a regular basis, either we have a service transaction or a purchase transaction, or we have the data accumulated at certain points of the month, and we then send samples to Service 800, and they go through your survey process. So we are gathering this data and then upload it to Service and then to do the surveys from there.
Okay, and as a follow-up to that, we were curious, those are great examples. How do you separate the service call from product dissatisfaction?
Yeah.
And this is another question from the audience.
Yeah.
Was that clear, the question?
Cindy?
Yeah, this is Cindy. I'll take this one first. So in our script for our transactional for our service, there's a lot of different questions that we ask, and we specifically will ask about, did the person show up on time? Did they fix your problem? Did they, so we're very specific in the questions that we ask, and then we do have a specific product question as well. So again, to separate, if the question is how do you separate the score from the product dissatisfier, that might be difficult, but at least in that survey. But definitely when you read the comments, you'll be able to tell if it was product related or service related.
Agreed. Based on the scoring, what we do, if we've got detractors or specific requests from the customers, we follow up with them directly to get more clarification of their survey results. So if there is some things that are questionable based either on their comments or the actual score, we will have a conversation with them, and usually it's a management level. We'll then try to review with the customer what might be the issues, and then from there we can determine if it's a one-time issue or if there is something more chronically at stake here.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you again. Now, another question from the audience that we have is, what software do both of your companies use, and specifically to measuring NPS and quality? And I don't know if, Bob, if you just want to go ahead and take that on first, or whoever feels comfortable, but that was another question from Stacy.
Yes, we developed an internal process utilizing QuickBase, which is an Intuit tool, and that has worked very well for us. It's been a great tool, simple, easy to use, easy to generate reports for our team, and overall it's been very satisfactory for our needs. We upload the information to our CRM on a regular basis, and we're in the process of getting a new CRM, which will we hope will replace most of that software going forward.
Yeah, from the healthcare side, we actually use an internal tool that's that's proprietary GE software that works somewhat like the tool that Bob is describing, where we get a feed from Service 800, and then it acts as our dashboard, so we can see the scores and the trends, and then cut the data by way of region or business, that kind of thing. So it's an internal tool, but works very much the same as what Bob's describing. The other thing that it has are workflows. So we work with Service 800's hot sheets, but we also have a workflow that's generated from this internal tool. And then we also do our comment categorization that way, so we can trend and Pareto our customer issues or what we're doing well as well.